day. So, okay, you've got a diagram there, right? Is this the one with the arch? Alyssa? Is it the one with the arch? Okay, what's weird? Okay, you did? You want to do it? No. Well, you figured it out, so. Okay. So what you have is, looks like they've given you a vertex there, Melissa. 0, 12. And they've given you another point at 410 and another point at negative 410. Okay. So first of all, you've got to decide which form it's going to be. The x squared one or the y squared one? The x squared one. So it's going to be x minus h quantity squared equals 4p y minus k. Right? Okay. Well, do I know what h and k are? So h is 0 and y is 12. Okay. And now what? What are they asking you to do? How wide is the archway at ground level? So at this point here, this width here, okay? But if you look at this equation, this is missing. I don't know what that is. So we need to find that out first. How do you do that? Okay? Do it. No, plug x into 4, 10 into y. Okay, so it gives me 16 equals 4p minus 2. So p is equal to minus 2. Did I smoke on that? Yeah, did I smoke on that? Is that okay? Melissa? So then your equation becomes x squared equals negative 8 y minus 12. And it makes sense because the parabola is pointing down, so there has to be a negative sign there. So that makes sense. Okay. So always do some kind of sanity checks, what I call a no smoking check, to make sure you don't smoke. Okay. And they want the width of this, right? And you know that at this point the y value is what? At this point, 0. The y value is 0, so you take that and you put it in here. So then you get x squared equals 96, right? Which means that x has got to be equal to 16, 6, 4 root 6. And then the width is going to be twice that, right? 8 root 6. You okay on that? All right. Any other questions you want me to go over? Okay, so today I'm going to be doing parabolas part 2, asymptotes. So you need to get your graphing calculator out and do this. 2 sets of equations for hyperbolas. So then there's going to be 2 sets of equations for the asymptotes, and here they are. Okay. Dare you memorize this? It's up to you. Dare I give them to you on the test next Friday? Probably will, unfortunately. Do I actually, I need to check. Do I do that?
While you're up, you should erase that circle.
Oh, okay. Distracting you? Yeah. Where's distracting you?
Yellow.
Yes I do. Yes I do.
Do I steal my idea?
Okay. You know, given that my memory is kind of disappearing pretty fast, I try not burden it with any more stuff than I need to. So I try not memorize these things. Instead, what I do is I try and derive them from first principles. Okay. And I'll show you that in this next equation. So can you guys get this down, and then we'll work on it. Okay. So, step 1, put in standard form. So, someone tell me what to do. Sorry? Divide by 16, okay, divide by 16, that would give you x squared over 4 minus y squared over 16 equals 1. Right? Which means a is equal to, and b is equal to 4. Okay? And c is equal to a squared plus b squared, square root 20, that'd be 2 root 5. 2 root 5. And then we start plotting things down. Okay? So what do you notice about how I started out with the graph? Sorry? Label. What else did I do? The most important thing on a graph. Well, that's the label. Well, it's not number. What do you call it? Sorry? You scale it. Yesterday's test, people didn't scale it. Points taken off. Yeah. I mean, you've been with me for 8 months now. Okay. You should know these things. I mean, a graph without a scale is totally useless. Okay, totally useless. Okay, let's put down the center. Where's the center at? 0, 0. So let's go put that down. So here's my center. So A is going to be, which direction is A going to be? X or Y? X or Y? Y, Y. Where's A underneath? Always underneath the first variable. Whatever the first variable is, in this case it's X. Okay, so it's going to be, so your vertex is going to be 2 units from the center.